Hi, I'm Paola Ranova, creator of the Cardinal Method of Life Connection, and today we're going to talk about the power of silence in ultimate healing. So what is ultimate healing? What is definitive healing? It's when we transcend the physical realm and the rational realm, and we know that the root causes of any problem in our lives. It could be a health issue, it could be a financial issue, it could be a relationship issue, professional issue, personal fulfillment, whatever it is that you have a problem with, or your client may have a problem with if you are a soul healing professional. It's not an individual present moment reality. It's something that is related to the past, and it's also something that is collective, not individual. So for us to address the root causes of problems in the present moment, we need to understand that problems are always a repetition of a pattern that started in the past and it's manifesting in the present moment, and that our problems are not just individual. They belong to the group or we belong to. So I always give this example to my Cardinal Method students and to my clients. I always say this. If someone has mental illness, it's not the individual that has mental illness. It's the family that has mental illness. So we need to understand there's a generational root cause to present moment realities and present moment problems, right? So how do we deal with this? How do we heal ultimately? How do we heal definitively? What is going on in the present moment that is also just a repetition of an ancestral problem, right? We need to first understand, as I said, that nothing is just physical. Everything starts on the metaphysical realm. Everything is emotional before it becomes a physical manifestation, a physical problem that you are dealing with or your client is dealing with. So when we say this, we look at the energetic root causes. We know that we need to address emotions and we need to address consciousness. We need to address the soul. And for consciousness to expand, we need to go through some soul education. Because if we don't have that, we do not have ultimate healing. We are going to have temporary healing. So the symptom may go away. It will come back later, likely, if we don't address the soul root cause of that. And when I say this, it's because something in the past has become a pattern and it's repeating itself in the present moment. And when we think that individually we can solve that problem, it's actually an ego trip, because the omnipotent ego believes that by thinking about the problem and talking about the problem and addressing the problem only on the intellectual level, it's going to get solved, and it's not. Because yes, the intellectual mind is important. The rational mind is fundamental. It's necessary, but it's not enough. Feeling is ultimate healing. Expansion of consciousness is ultimate healing. So the more we verbalize and the more intellectual we get, the more mental chatter and the more verbal chatter there is, the more we're actually sabotaging the healing. Because ultimate healing really is about silence, the power of silence. Conscious silence is the greatest soul healer. I say this all the time. It's actually the very beginning, the first phrase of my second book, the Cardinal Method of Life Connection. So the solution is never on the level of the problem. The solution is always on a vibrational frequency, a metaphysical bandwidth that is beyond physicality, and that's beyond the intellectual mind as well. So the solution is in conscious silence, and all healing, especially ultimate healing, is about soul healing and it's self-healing. So how do you heal yourself? With help. We cannot do this alone. Again, the omnipotent ego believes that we can do it alone, we can do it through rationalizing, and we can do it through talking. It's not going to be enough. And often it sabotages the healing, especially soul healing, when it comes to this energetic soul approach, right? So no one can heal himself or herself by himself or herself. And the intellect is a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. It's necessary, as I said, it's not sufficient. And all Cardinal Method practices for soul healing are silent practices and include spirituality. Spirit is silence. And spiritual consciousness brings ultimate healing to the soul, which will bring ultimate healing to the body, to the finances, to the professional life, to the relationships, to your personal fulfillment. There is one root cause to healing, which is understanding that it's metaphysical, that it's on a soul level, it's ingrained in the past, so the past needs to be addressed, and it belongs to a collective soul. The community has that problem. It's not just you, it's not just your client. We have a video that's really powerful, and I'm going to link it here, and you can dive into this, understanding what is the collective soul, right? It answers a lot of questions. So when you understand that the power of silence is soul healing through consciousness expansion, which means we do not rely on the intellectual mind. We do not rely on the rational mind exclusively. And we especially don't talk too much, trying to control the healing process. On the contrary, we surrender to silence for soul healing to happen. And in silence, you will be guided by your higher self. So the key to ultimate healing is the power of silence. And the power of silence allows for consciousness expansion to heal the soul. So let me know what you thought about this approach. I know it's counterintuitive, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say about all this. Please comment below this video. If you haven't yet subscribed to our channel, please do so. And like the video and share it with people that you know are going to benefit from this content. The power of silence is major. Conscious silence is the greatest soul healer, and ultimate healing comes from surrendering to spirituality, surrendering to the power of silence. Feeling is healing, and being guided in the silence about what to do and about the root causes of the present moment reality, again, which is in the past, and it's always collective. It's always shared by the family, by the culture, and by the community. So thank you so much for being here. I really look forward to knowing what you thought about this video and to continuing this conversation with you always. So if you haven't yet subscribed to our newsletter, we have our website here. Every week we have new content for you. It'll be great to see you in our newsletter as well. And I will see you soon.